Hey guys, welcome to Feature Junkie. My name's Ed, and thank you guys for joining me today. If this is your first time here, well, welcome. This is Feature Junkie, where we talk all things movies, TV shows, streaming, all that great stuff. And today we'll be checking out the new show from Disney Plus, Andor. Andor is a 12-episode series that will explore a new perspective from the Star Wars galaxy, focusing on Cassian Andor's journey to discover the difference he can make. The series brings forward the tales of the burdening rebellion against the Empire and how the people and planet become involved. It's an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, where Cassian will embark on a path that is destined to turn himself into a rebel hero. And today we have two very special guests with me to talk about it, and it's Matt and Ruben.
Hi guys, I'm Matt. And or what?
Yeah, I'm RJ, and I'm trying to survive right now.
These guys are two of my best friends in the world, and they're also just so happen to be super Star Wars geek people. I've seen a bunch of Star Wars stuff, however, I don't really know too much into it, so that's why I asked them to join me today, and I wanted to get their opinions on the Andor premiere. It had a 3-episode premiere that launched today. So I'm gonna start with Matt. Matt, what are your first impressions of the Andor series so far?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, Ed. The first impression I got, it started off really slow, but I understand why. Like you had to, like if you watched Rogue One, and like Cassian has a huge like disdain for the Empire. He's just got this like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to accomplish my mission, and you needed to know why. So like those 3 episodes, it needed to be 3 episodes to get that backstory. Practically a small movie, and then now after that, it led to him joining the rebellion with what's his name? The Stellan Skarsgård's character. The name escapes me because I like literally just watched it a couple hours ago, and I was trying to like binge it real quick so I can get everything going. But yeah, I'm really thrilled. It's much darker, much more visceral, and it's just a raw Star Wars. I think that it could be because the audience is getting older, is older, and they're trying to get away from that campy, like almost aloofness that the original movies had, that the later movies took on, and to that of like the audience and critics murdering it in reviews and stuff. So that's where I stand with it presently.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I'm gonna let Ruben say his opinion as well real quick. Ruben, what were your thoughts on the first 3 episodes of Andor?
Well, I mean, to take one thing that Matt said and run with it, it was actually significantly darker. Literally. After the first 15 minutes of the first episode, I could barely see what was going on the screen. Granted, it's daylight here, and I was just watching it maybe an hour ago, but super dark. Heavy Blade Runner vibes. I love the lights. I'm a big fan of lighting. I can't really say much to what it deals with in the Star Wars universe because I'm not as big as a fan of Star Wars as Matt is. But I will say it's kind of hard to go from, oh no, Empire versus the Rebels, worlds being destroyed versus wizards with lightsabers, to one security guard dying, or 2 security guards dying, and they're trying to arrest him. It's just really hard to disconnect it from the Skywalker saga and actually be invested into the story.
Yeah,
I'm getting big fugitive vibes, Harrison Ford type deal, but except he actually did kill those people. But I have to agree with RJ. Like it's just it doesn't feel like it yet, but it's there. I know there's gonna probably be a big reveal in the next episode because like you got his origin out of the way. Now you got to start tying it into the main canonical Star Wars stuff.
You're saying is you're waiting for a lightsaber to ignite.
I really don't get
that's what I'm hearing.
You will not see a lightsaber in this series.
I don't think so either.
You didn't see you didn't see a lightsaber in Rogue One until the last 5 minutes.
That's true, and Rogue One definitely felt like a Star Wars movie. This one, it just
Also,
kind of is hard.
you saw familiar faces in Rogue One. You saw Mon Mothma. You saw Bail Organa. You saw if you watched the cartoon series, you saw Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera. And like it connected them. You know, they talked about the Jedi. They talked about kyber crystals. The Death Star was there. Admiral Tarkin was in it. Darth Vader was in it. It's like 1 degree of separation away from like campy Star Wars movies, and this one is like 2, and we're just waiting for them to connect.
Yeah. To both of y'all's points, I definitely agree with everything you guys said. It has like a rugged underground type of like mood to it. I thought the sets designs were incredible. And I love that, you know, you do have the core Star Wars universe where you have like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader and stuff like that. But then you can have stuff like this, like stories that exist outside those universes. And then obviously later on it connects with Rogue One, but you don't have that evil villain like Emperor Palpatine and like Darth Vader and stuff like that. In the first few episodes, we got like that wimpy officer guy, and I'm sure later on we'll have like a higher ranking officer. But I do like the fact that there's different stories going on besides that core Star Wars universe. And I think to your point, Ruben, it's easy to get caught up into like the fights and the lightsabers and all that stuff, but this show doesn't have any of that. I think they had the one opening fight scene, and then there wasn't really any fight scenes after that till the last episode. And for me though, I'm actually really enjoying the pace. For me, the pace is what I've been missing in a bunch of the Disney Plus series that have gone on so far. This one is a 12 episode series, and they've actually have 2 seasons for 12 episodes. The second season is going to go straight into Rogue One. So right now, like Matt, you said, this is all just an intro for what's going to happen later on. And for me, I like the slow, detailed, like the show for me feels like a novel rather than like a rushed, fast-paced type of movie.
You know, there's I don't even know if we're gonna even have like one big like villain, like, you know, the Mandalorian had like Grand Moff Gideon. Oh, by the way, season 1 of the Mandalorian did not have a single lightsaber in it either, for that matter.
I haven't seen it.
You have not seen the Mandalorian yet? All right, you can just crop that screen in a little tighter, Ed, and we'll be Gucci. I'm just kidding.
I do think though that there is gonna be someone bigger. It might not be to that level, but I do think like after the events that just happened here, they're gonna start taking these people more serious. So then now they're gonna bring in another higher ranking officer to like oversee what's going on.
One can only hope they drop Grand Admiral Thrawn in this, because in Mandalorian season 2, Ahsoka's looking for him. He was the big bad in Star Wars Rebels. He's like the most celebrated character in the expanded universe that became Legends after the Disney buyout, to become canon in books.
Yeah, I'm learning as we go along as well. So that's all pretty cool to me. Ruben, I want to ask you real quick. You kind of went into it a little bit, but what is like one of the biggest takeaways from this show? And what are you looking forward to in the next episodes to come?
Well, I think it did start slow, which I guess for someone like you guys who watch a bunch of Disney content, like that's what you like. And it's probably getting boring for everything being so fast-paced with these mega movies that are coming out. So I think it's easy to criticize either way, if it's slow or fast, the pacing. One thing that I really enjoyed was episode 3, that showdown. Just the the banging that was going on, and then all of a sudden the silence, it just made the scene so much more intense. So I can't wait to see more of scenes like that and see where they go with that, because it actually got me engaged. I was ready to see what happened. I was excited to see what happened, and the payoff was absolutely worth it. Especially that final scene where he's riding the speeder over the farmlands. That was pretty cool.
It's gonna be a ride. I actually kind of like am going to watch it again, and I'm gonna watch every episode as it comes out, and I'm gonna watch it all at one time, leading into. Well, I mean, like I can't really lead into Rogue One until the second season comes out, which is bullshit. But I'll take what I can get, dude. Any Star Wars content, give me more content.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm very excited to see where they're gonna go out from here on out. But I want to hear from you guys. What did you think of this series? If you liked it, if you don't, if you have any concerns moving forward, or if you're just going along for the ride, leave those thoughts in the comments down below. And I want to thank Matt and Ruben for joining us today. Matt and Ruben, if you have any plugs, do your thing.
So I recently started a Twitch stream. It's a T_Matt_A. That's a Matt with 2 T's. And if you can just follow me and whatever, like, subscribe.
Ruben, do you have any plugs or anything you wanted to say?
No. Thank you for watching.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe, hit that notification icon down below so you know when I'm going live or dropping new content. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today on Feature Junkie.